Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Johnny K. Today we have another product review, nifty little truck accessory. We are on the Tyger website. We are looking at the Riser 4-inch running boards for a 2007 to 2021 Toyota Tundra. This is the Crewmax configuration. Yes, these are currently installed on my 2017 Crewmax. No, I am not being sponsored. I'm not being compensated by the manufacturer to review this product. As usual, if that changes in the future, I will let everybody know. We are going to dive right in here first and foremost. The price point, $182 on the Tyger website. You can also purchase these on Amazon for the exact same price. This is actually where I made the discovery of these running boards, was on Amazon, so I made my purchase through Amazon. Okay, so let's blow up some of these photos here. Not a whole lot. So you got your running boards here when they're not mounted. You have your diagram explaining very, very clearly that these particular running boards are for the Crewmax and not for anything else. You have this photo of them installed on a vehicle, and then you have another photo of them installed on the vehicle with the door open. You have some nifty little details about the profiling and the design of these running boards. You have your you have your threaded holes here. You have your triangular tube profile here, and then you have your plastic end caps on both sides. Okay. And then right here you have your brackets here. There's this plastic little cover that goes over the brackets once installed. We will get into that, and I'll kind of give my opinions on whether or not you need those or if you don't need them. I don't think that these are 100% necessary. I think the running boards will do just fine without these. However, if you're paying the money to get these that are included in the packaging, then just go ahead and put them on. I totally understand that, but in the event that this is just not your cup of tea, then I do not think it's necessary to install them. Okay? And why do I know that? Because the first time I installed these running boards, I forgot to put these things on. Just want to provide that clarity for everybody. So, let's go ahead and get into the material, what these things are made of. So if you guys and gals viewed the Tyger Sport Rack or Chase Rack video of mine, a lot of these features are going to be similar. The pre-treatment to remove the impurities. They use a special e-coating, and then they finish it off with a dual stage matte black powder coating. So this is where we're going to get into the only quote-unquote issue that I've had with these running boards. So once I got to about the 2.5 year mark of having these, there was some development of some very, very fair rust spots on the top. It wasn't anything that was excessive, and to be perfectly honest, I'm sure that it had nothing to do with it wasn't going to affect the operation of the running boards. They were still sturdy. They were still holding up to the weight of people, bouncing on them and this and that. It was just a simple issue of, how it looked, basically. So I wasn't all that worried about it, especially because I paid $180 for them. So I wasn't completely upset with that. But this is what I did do. I decided to take it as an opportunity to test out the warranty factor. Okay. Tyger products, they offer a 5-year warranty on their products that have the matte black powder coated finish. So I took pictures of the rust spots, and yes, it did happen on both sides. It was the passenger side and the driver's side. Okay. I took those pictures, I emailed in a claim, and within an hour, I got a response from their customer service team saying, we're very sorry that this occurred. We would like to make it right by sending you an entirely brand new set of running boards. So they confirmed my shipping address. Within a week, I had a brand new set of running boards with brackets, with the plastic covers, these doodads. I had everything, like it was like you purchase a brand new product, and they sent me all of that to make it right. So you have to give credit to that customer service, right? It doesn't matter if you have a very, very good product. Okay, every once in a while, you're going to have a specific anomaly in those products, and it's going to be faulty. Okay, that's just life. That's how things go. But that being said, Tyger stepped right in. They didn't try to argue with me. They didn't try to say I was at fault. They just said, we're sorry. We're just going to go ahead and send you an entirely new set of running boards. So they did, and I got those installed, and I've had those specific running boards on my truck, like I said, for, roughly 6-ish months. Okay. So take that for what it is. Don't let that deter you away from this product at all. Because again, say you purchase these running boards and say you run into the exact same issue that I did. You make it 3.5 years into using them, and then you start to notice the, those issues with the finish. If you have, a similar experience with the manufacturer like I did, and you follow the prompts correctly, they'll send you a new set, right? At least they did for me. So I can imagine if they did it for me, then they would do it for you. Okay? So, something to keep in mind, and I wanted to get that portion just out of the way. So, let's go ahead and scroll down and look at the the features a little bit. The key feature is going to be right here, what we briefly glossed over earlier. 5-year warranty. No hassle. So far, in my experience using it, and of course I've only used it the one time, that is absolutely 100% true. Okay, filed the claim, they sent me a new set of running boards, and everything is shipshape now. Okay, so just another reminder of the fitment, compatible with the 2007 to 2021 Tundra in the Crewmax configuration. Says it provides side protection. Actually, that is true. So there was a time and place where I didn't have running boards, nor did I have the fender flares on my truck, and it was and my truck was flinging up mud and rocks like crazy, and it was just dinging my exterior pretty good. So excuse me. So a combination of my fender flares and then these running boards definitely making a difference with protecting like the underneath the rocker panels and the doors and the quarter panels and such. So absolutely, because running boards weren't necessarily designed for rocker panel protection or exterior protection. They were designed to assist with getting in and out of a vehicle. So a very underrated feature for running boards there. Says a classic style, 4-inch wide steps, yada yada yada. Says it's got heavy duty material construction. Again, when I talk about my the issue that I had with the finish on mine, I guess the verdict is still kind of out on whether it's heavy duty, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt as of right now because, again, the customer service has been spot on. It does include everything for installation. It is very, very easy, and it does not take that long at all to install these bad boys. Okay, it does have online installation instructions if you would like, but it comes with paper instructions that work just the same. And then you scroll down, you get to your reviews here. So there are 30 reviews, not a huge sample size on the website, but 4.9 out of 5 is still good nonetheless. This is where you really get into it. 409 ratings on Amazon, 4.6 out of 5. And then you look at how many of those are even considered 5-star ratings. So definitely a solid product, a great product for the money. Before we get out to part 2 and look at how these were installed on my vehicle, I do want to share this. I have actually put these things through the ringer. Okay, and what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about the finish. I'm talking about the amount of people I've had bouncing on these, climbing in and out of my vehicle with them. A part of my job is, well, a good 60% of my job is just driving my truck every single day. I'm picking people up, dropping them off. No, I'm not an Uber driver. I support special needs individuals, and a good portion of my job is I need to take them to doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, rec and leisure activities, et cetera, and they are constantly needing to use these steps to get in and out of my truck. I've had some individuals that are, without insulting them too much, they are a bit on the heavier side, and they abuse the crap out of these running boards. And from that standpoint, they're holding up just fine. The plastic step pads are not coming off. There's no cracking anywhere. The plastic end pieces aren't coming off. Even when I had to make my warranty claim to get a new set, like the end caps and the step pads, they were still fine. There was no cracking or anything like that. It was just simply, spotting rust on the finish in places, and that was it. Okay, other than that, these were in just fine condition. And there are people out there who would probably look at my little rust spots that I had on my previous set, and they'd probably just leave it alone, right? Because there are those people who just don't care too much about those things. But me personally, when I first saw it, I'm like, we'll see how long I can deal with it. And then about a month or so passed, and I'm like, I better go ahead and do this, because I don't want to forget and then get past that 5-year warranty mark, right? But again, I've had people bouncing up and down on these. The brackets have not been damaged. The chances of the rocker panel underneath getting damaged of the truck is virtually impossible, especially if you have these bolted up correctly. Yeah, they're again a nice, solid product. They're not the fancy electric style that come down when you open the door or anything like that. They're a pretty much mount it and forget it type of deal, and I do still think they're good quality. If you're on the fence about these, because of my experience with some of the rust spots, I don't think you should be. Again, that's why I'm honest, and I'm willing to say that I am not deterred away from these by any means. Say, for example, if my Tundra got totaled tomorrow and I bought a new one that was in the same generation, I'm pretty sure I would buy these running boards again. Good price point, good solid product. They also have a nice look to them, and that's just me. And again, these are my reviews just to give my perspective and my opinion. And I know that everyone will not share the same opinion. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and conclude part 1 here. So we're just going to take a pause. We're going to run out to the truck. We are going to look at how these things, how they look when they're mounted, and that'll be it. So, stay tuned, and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with me here. So we are at part 2 of the review of the Tyger Riser 4-inch running boards for my Toyota Tundra. So we're just getting some different exterior views from different angles here. The passenger side. Let's go ahead and get over towards the driver's side. This might be better if there's a little bit more sunlight over here. All right. So you got your Tiger emblem there, and then you got one there, and then it's the same deal on the opposite side. What we'll do, open up the door here so you can see that when the door's open, this is the amount of space you have. So I mean, there's not a whole lot of hands-on information needed for these. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, but when we get to these little deals in here, that's where the plastic covers are. Again, I don't know if those are 100% needed. I guess if you want to put them on, great. I feel like these would work just fine without them, but that is just me. So the areas like in this area here, and then there was a little bit here and a little bit here as well. That's where I noticed my little rust spots. Okay, so fortunately with these, and I haven't had them that long, like I said, less than 6 months, but haven't had that issue. All right, so like I said, this side of the truck right here is probably gets the most traffic on a day-to-day basis. The amount of people that are stepping here in and out, and no issues. Holding up just fine. They're nice and sturdy, not going nowhere. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and conclude this one. So before I sign off, I do want to remind everyone there are multiple ways to support my channel if you so desire. I have a Buy Me a Coffee page, I have an Etsy shop, and then I've also just started a pro football podcast as well. So far I've made, I think, 4 or 5 episodes on that, and I'm really excited to get that up off the ground. That all helps me out. So if anybody is willing to contribute, again, I would greatly appreciate it. And as previously stated, there's still a lot more on this truck that I do plan on reviewing for everybody. But until then, again, my name is Johnny K. Thank you all for tuning in, and signing off for now. See you later.